I think we were all really dismayed by and angered actually by when we saw the video on the 25th of May of George Floyd being murdered on the streets. When we all saw the video of the policeman putting his knee on his neck for 8 minutes, or 8 minutes and 46 seconds. And to be honest, it instilled in ourselves a feeling that we had to do something here in Gibraltar. Even though we're many miles away, we've always thought that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So we just took it upon ourselves to try and cause a reaction here in Gibraltar and try and do something as small or large that it may be in order to combat the racism that we've seen.
You've written to the Chief Minister. What are you hoping to achieve? Why do you think it's important that he speaks out on this issue?
We mentioned three main objectives in the letter. So the first was that we've seen scenes across the world that there's been discrimination, racism and injustice. So we wanted the Chief Minister to confirm that those three fundamental societal issues will never be tolerated here in Gibraltar. We've also written to the Chief Minister to ensure that he supports the fact that peaceful demonstrations can go ahead in Gibraltar once it's safe to do so. And our third objective was the fact that we want to introduce, if possible, the history of black struggles, the civil rights movement and racism and the contemporary issues that black communities and black individuals are facing across the world into our school curriculum, so that students across Gibraltar can learn about racism and can learn about the issues that communities have been facing around the world, in order that may be a weapon against future racism.
Do you think there is much racism here in Gibraltar?
I think we're blessed in the sense that we're a very multicultural community. It's always said about Gibraltar that I remember when the late Mommy Levy took a picture with the rest of the community leaders from the different religions, and it really showed that Gibraltar is a multicultural place which we tolerate a lot of people. But as everything, there's always a small minority of people that may have racist views, and perhaps there's the even unintentional racism that everyone in the community can sometimes have, and that's something that we all have to work on ourselves personally to tackle, so that we eradicate racism in all its forms, both intentional and unintentional, from the way we talk, from the way we behave, and so that the future is a future which is completely eradicated from racism.
You raised the issue of peaceful and safe demonstration. Obviously that's been restricted because of the COVID lockdown. Is this something you're planning? Are you planning a demonstration in support against racism?
At present, there's no exact plans to plan a demonstration or a rally, but we have been informed that there may be worldwide rallies or protests on the 4th of July, which is the Independence Day in America. So I wouldn't discount the fact that we may participate in a rally or a protest here in Gibraltar. It would be out of solidarity with the other communities across the world and with the black individuals and black communities across America especially, who have faced such difficult times. And if that actually does go ahead, and if it's safe to do so as well with the coronavirus pandemic, then we would definitely want to participate to show our solidarity.
So tell us, what are your thoughts on the death of George Floyd and the reaction that it's provoked?
The issues that have been raised are quite frankly infuriating, and there has clearly been racial injustice in the dealing and handling of these cases. And even though Gibraltar may seem small and it may seem like we live in a bubble, we are obliged, and it is incumbent upon us to ensure that we act as a part of the world that we live in, and that we're not immune to the issues in the world surrounding us, and we must act upon it and do everything within our power to eradicate the racial injustice and racial discrimination that's been seen, and champion justice for all people of all backgrounds and all forms of life and all colours.
We sometimes think we're immune from these issues, don't we? But how much do you think Gibraltar's community is affected by racism?
Look, we're very small and we're a very loving and close-knit community. But nonetheless, we are a part of this world. And as we are a part of this world, we must deal with the issues that arise all across the globe. And we must play our small but humble part in dealing with these issues. And as such, as part of our letter, the third point that we wanted to emphasize was that we believe that an increase in education with regards to the learning of black history and all the atrocities they faced and all the successes and everything they've accomplished, and through that teaching and an understanding of those things, we may be able to lead the way with regards to reforming education so that it can reflect the state of society.
Do you think it will make a difference?
I do. I hope so, and I believe that we must do everything within our power to make a difference. As what we've all seen on our televisions in America and across the globe, quite frankly, is unacceptable and must be changed in any way, shape, or form possible.